Chief Rabbi Elnatan, you are online. It's on YouTube now.
Very good. Thank you very much, Chief Rabbi Pinchas.
Did you receive that you are the host now? It's okay?
No, the content of this meeting is being sent to a third party. Let me see this.
It's okay. You're the host also, so everyone will enter. You can accept him.
Very good. Thank you very much, Chief Rabbi Pinchas.
Talk to you, Rabbeinu.
תודה רבה, תודה רבה.
Bye.
Oh, shalom, shalom לכולם. Wow, there we got Rabbi Zugo. And
Shalom, Rabbi.
Natalia Evangeline. And there I have got my master at the background. Welcome to our limud. Welcome to our limud.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, my sincere apology for a little bit of delay. Technical things. Technology sometimes is, it's the way it is. It's the way it is. Yeah, welcome to our limud. I welcome each one of us, both on this Zoom and YouTube and other channels. As we have said on the group, this is a Eliezer program. The main purpose of Eliezer program is to reconnect the Bantu Israelites to their roots, to their origin. For many years now, after the emergency, or after the Chief Rabbinate of Africa came into being, our various limudim were committed to this very cause. History tells us that once you uproot a people from their root, technically you can recreate them, and you can recreate them the way you want. The Eliezer program is not to create conditions, but to put the reality on the table. Because for us, the Chief Rabbinate of Africa, through different platforms, we know, because that is what we saw in a Hebrew text, in a Jewish text, about the Bantu Israelites. The Bantu Israelites through time, because of history, were disconnected from their root to the point that they have lost their identity. They do not know who truly they are or where they come from. Not all of them, of course. Even those who are in the know, their version are being dismissed, because we have been brainwashed, just as my master, Chief Rabbi Pinchas Shaddai, used to say, white man savior centrum. That is what we have. That is what we are now. That is what they made us. It's not to create hatred. That's not the purpose. History is not about creating, preventing hatred, bitter heart, but the Torah itself reminds us we must remember and ask the elders. We must ask our elders about the former days, meaning history. Who are we, Bantu Israelites? Even in that name itself, Bantu Israelite is being dismissed by a Bantu himself or herself. So I wanted to make this introduction. We will take a couple of, we will take it some time to go through a number of things, but I wanted to devote much of the time into introduction. Why is so important in a world history? Why is so important in a world history that the question of Bantu Israelite come to question? Is because the Torah tells us, just like my master, Chief Rabbi Pinchas El Shaddai, recently has taught that we, the Bantu Israelites, have got a very major role to play in Geula Shelema. There is no redemption. Yes, we know within the Jewish world, we talk about we want Moshiach, we want redemption, we want the Geula. But yet, what tools do you use to get that?
No. If I have to.
What tools do you use to get that? And even if you have got tools, from what angle do you speak? Do you speak from the oppressing? Because we know history tells us, and we verify in our lifetime, some people have got a problem of color of skin. Yes, it's a reality. When you say, oh, well, I am one of the ancient Jews, they say to you, from Africa, is there Torah in Africa? The chief rabbinate of Africa says, yes. If there is no Torah, if there are no Jews in the continent of Africa, why would you go on write letters or letter to a king of Africa? I mean, to a king of Israel in Africa. Why? And not only that, why Rabbi Akiva would send his sages to the continent of Africa if there is no Torah in Africa? My dear friend, a couple of hours ago, I was answering some questions from one kingdom in Africa. And this question is about who they are. Because the whole perception is that, oh, no, the Torah is only tied and connected to color skin. And to the origin, if you are coming from Europe, or if you're coming from East Europe, then your Torah is valid. Even the Bantu Israelites grow up to believe that, no, there is no Torah here. They expect somebody from Europe there to come and tell us and said, okay, now this is the Torah, this is what you have to do. It's only when they believe you. But well, a black rabbi, like myself, like most of us, in the chief rabbinate of Africa, they dismiss us. They said, no. Okay, that being said, I want also to tie something. I wanted to introduce or to bring an aspect to this introduction to something that was done 1894. And this is a lawmaker who made this assertion that I wanted to start this limud with. Because we wanted to uncover about your identity that was buried for thousands of years and the centuries, that was also suppressed for centuries, if not a thousand of years. There was a man. This man is called Cecily John Rhodes. We know him. And this man was a prime minister in a Cape colony, Southern Africa. And in motivating his speech before the House of Parliament of their time and generation, he spoke to his fellow parliamentarians and administrators, rulers of the time. And in one of his bills, he said, "My dear white fellow man," he uses those words, "let me prophesy to you that you are sitting in a judgment on Africa." He didn't say Cape colony. No, he said you are sitting on a judgment on Africa. That means, my dear friend, other nations have got an agenda. Just as he said prior to, he said that. He said, we need them. Who are these them? Natives. Who are these natives? Bantu Israelites. We need them to be our future laborers. Are we not? Are we not, my dear friend? This is not about attacking any section of the human race, but we are facing a reality. We are going into the agendas expressed in a black and white. We must not shy away from that, because many of us are too insensitive when it comes to a history that has got all that has affected a black person. But we are too sensitive when it is touching the opposite color of skin. What the double standard. And in most cases, the Bantu Israelites is involved. He is not prepared to face that reality. The Chief Rabbinate of Africa, the purpose is not to hate. The purpose is to reconnect. But how could you reconnect? The word reconnect, it's a proof that, well, you were disconnected. But how were you disconnected? Let's look at that. How were you disconnected? We know that through times they have indoctrinated us. They forced us into false, not to false, but they forced us to embrace, to accept, to take up religions, philosophies by force. By force. Now we do not know who we are. We do not know where to start if we wanted to discover ourselves. But there is now a desire in the continent of
Shalom, shalom. It seems that Rabbi Elnatan's network just went off.
Yes, I think he got cut off. His network is not working like it should. Shalom, everybody.
Shalom, 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 shalom. Let's just wait. The first message so we can log him back.
The court, are we there?
Yes, Rabbeinu. Yes, Rabbeinu. Welcome back.
Baruch Hashem, Itbarach, Toda Rabba Tzadik. Continuing, assume that we establish that we are Bantu Israelites. Assume. Let's put all I'm sorry. Well, the the technology is playing with me here. We know for sure from the Chief Rabbinate of Africa that through different records, historical records, both non-Jews and the Jewish records, we attest and we testify that there has been always a concerted effort to suppress the identity of a Bantu Israelites. We know that. But the question must remain, how did we lose our identity? Is it because we were forced to lose our identity? Or there was something else? We have mentioned through times how they have brought it down, leveled down our kingdoms in Central Africa. We know that by now. If we do not know, we only need to turn to the website of the Chief Rabbinate of Africa. My master has carried so many limudim on this very specific aspect. Let's go to the Torah because there is something going on really. I wanted to introduce us to how we were reduced to a secondary condition or state of being by others. Just a warning, This is not about to create hate, chash v'shalom. It's not. But we have to face that reality. I wanted to introduce us to what Ben Shai said a bit. We will jump here and there. I do not want it to take much of your time, but it's best that we take much time to reflect on our spiritual condition and the states and the well-being. This is what my master, Chief Rabbi Pinchas Elias Shaddai, taught, the culture of laziness. How they have created around the mind of a Bandu Israelite against himself. When you look at the speech of, and the motivation speech of Cecil Rhodes, this is now, and we see it in our lifetime, in our generation. They tend our mind from the spiritual vibe, from the spiritual strength, and that they made us only people looking for money. But we do not have time to look for and to pursue spiritual cause, spiritual benefit, spiritual path, but the opposite. What is this opposite? The first thing they introduce us to religions, and later on they introduce us to system and the form of government. Call it democracy if you like. Shalom, shalom, Rabbeinu Kalomo. Welcome to our limud.
Heaven.
Shalom.
Oh yeah, sorry, I just keep on.
Rabbeinu Kalomo, can you hear me?
Oh, we don't know. So sorry.
Oh, apologies. Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah,
Rabbi, my sincere apology. My sincere apology. Let's go back to our text, which I have mentioned to Ben Shchai in the Pasha Vaikra. I mean, sorry, so not Vaikra, Chai Sarah. This is Chai Sarah. Ben Shchai is leading us to understand our level of souls. And we will see where we are trapped with the Bandu Israelites. Ben Ishai only took a small passage, a very short passage. And this is taken from the book of Bereshit, chapter 24, and the Pasuk 60. And it reads as follows. I will explain it because of time. With Hashem's time, I mean, with Hashem's help, we will see, as we continue learning, to understand the Jewish life and the impact of Jewishness to the world. We will see to that. Because to connect the Bandu Israelite to his roots, he must understand the significance of the life that was taken from him and from here. This he went on to say, Vaivarechu eti Rivka, Vayomeru, La achotenu eti chaye lealufei levava. What does that mean? What does that mean? And they blessed their sister. Who is this sister? Rivka. And they said, may you multiply, or may you grow into thousands or 10 of thousands. Why did they have to say that? What does that mean? My dear good friend, the Torah, just like we keep on saying, just as we keep on saying, the Torah is not a historical book. It's a book of code. We will see how Ben Ishai is leading us to what does it mean? That very code, 10,000, 10 of thousands. Why not just 10? Why not 9? Why not 2? Why not 100? Where Ben Ishai is leading us? And he went on to say, Nirari Bishyata Dishma, de Adua, de Arba Medragot, Yeshi Bamispar. We must know. He said, it appears to me, or it looks to me, with Hashem's help, We must know, you must know, I must know that there are 4 levels in that number, or in the number. Bamispar, Vehem, Achadim, Achadim. What is that? He went on to list the unit, Achadim, Shehem Bechinati Asiya. Wherever you find a number under number 10, that is a unit, it refers to the world of Asiya. Uvechinati Malchut, and it refers to what people in religions called kingdoms, Malchut. We will see how Ben Ishchai is teaching us. Ubechina Hey, that Malchut is an aspect of the last Hey of the name Havaya. Acharona, the last. The Shem Havaya, the light that is called Havaya. We are not permitted, as Bnei Israel, Bandu Israelites, we are not permitted to say it or to write it the way it is written in the Torah. Ve'asarot, now we come to the 10th. Whenever we are talking about the 10th, remember where it is, what is being hindered to. Shehem Bechinat Yetzirah. This is the aspect of the world of Yetzirah. Ubechinat Ches, pardon me. The Shem Havaya. Shehem Bechinat Yetzirah. Ubechinat Chesed Gevurat Tiferet Netzach Hod Yesod. This refers to the world of Yetzirah. And the world of Yetzirah is composed of this very specific world. All Sefirot. What are these Sefirot? The Chesed, the Gevurah, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, Yesod. 6 Sefirot that are corresponding to the 6 days of the week, that are also corresponding to the attribute of expression and emotions. Ubechinati ve'av, and in the name Havaya, this is hinting to a letter. In that name Havaya, the letter Vav, the Shem of that name called Havaya, that light. My master, Chief Rabbi Pinchas Eliyahu Shaddai, used to say, this is a light. It's not like we have been told and we are conditioned to call it otherwise. And it went on to say, Umeot shehem bechinati bria. Whenever you encounter the word 100 in the Torah, remember that this is a hint to the world of Bariah. What is the world of Bariah? The world of Bariah is also hinted in Yeshayahu chapter 45, verse 7. When it says, I created and I formed, you find the word Bariah is being also hinted too. So 100, wherever you find 100, it refers to the word of Bariah, the word of creation. We will also come to the aspect of discussing a bit to the level of us about the word of what attribute is governing the word of Bariah, called the word of creation. Because when Ben Ishchai, the same Ben Ishchai, is teaching us about in his introduction to Alachot, is introducing us to the concept of El Shaddai. My master is Shaddai. El Shaddai, the gematria value of that El Shaddai is exactly the same gematria value of the name Moshe. Ben Ish Chai is also telling us that the Torah was given in that world called the world of Berea. Ubechinat Bina, this refers to the world of Berea. It refers to the concept of Bina. Ubechina Hey Rishona, and this refers to the first letter in the name Havaya. Ve'alafim, and the 1,000. Shehem bechinati atzilut. This refers to the world of atzilut. Wherever you find 1,000 in the Torah, this refers to the world of atzilut. Ubechinat chokhmah, and this refers to the aspect of chokhmah. Many of us, we are saying, oh, chokhmah, oh, that and this have got wisdom. Yes, we don't deny that. But let our sages of the Torah, our masters in previous generations, understood the concept of chokhmah, translated as bina. Ubechinat yud, and this refers to yud, the very same yud, the first letter of that name Havaya, and this is the first letter of the name Israel, and there is also the first letter of the name Yitzchak. All these are called, to my dear good friend, and then we will see where we have fallen and where we have been reduced to. They took us for a purpose. They took us from our pinnacle. And they brought us to a state where they made us only money mongers, only to work for them. Just as Cicely John Rowe says, they will be our future laborers. That is how the state of being, we are being reduced to. The odd and the more. Yes, Madriga Hamishit Shei Ravavot. We have got another level, the 5th level. What is this level? This level is the pinnacle of the letter Yud. On top of there is a quote. In Hebrew it's called the quote. That pinnacle. It's a number 5. My dear good friend, for those in the know, Botsina Kadisha, in many parts of the world, Eliezer program students, Chief Rabbinate of Africa's student, you would recall that we used to say, letters, dot, spaces are all codes. Vehi bechinat olam lemala. This is a hint or an aspect above all what we have seen, what Ben Ish Chai has described for us. Me Atzilut, this is the world above Atzilut. That quotes, that pinnacle of the word of the letter Yud. It's above the world of Atzilut. That's why it's called number 5. Uvechinat cattle. This is the aspect of cattle. There are 5 levels of the soul, and the number 5th is called cattle. The gematria value, if you look at the word cattle, the gematria value is 620. If you take the 613 plus the so-called Noachai kilo, 7 Noachai kilo, it will give us 620. But that is not the point for now. Bezrat Hashem. Uvechinati quotes, the very quotes, the very pinnacle that I have mentioned. Ubechinati quotes sel Yud. This is the pinnacle of the letter Yud. The Shem Havaya of the name Havaya. That very light. Baruch Hu. Ben Ishchai is telling us that whenever you mention about that light called Havaya, you have to say Baruch Hu. Blessed is he. Uvedua, and we must know Ki bechinot shehem keneged achadim asrot umeot shehem bria yetzira asiya. We must know that the achadim asarot and the meot. What is this? The unit of 1 from 1 to 9, and from 10 to 99, and from 100. This is a hint to the 3 world. The 3 world that we have mentioned: the world of Asiya, the world of Yetzirah, and the world of Beria. Yesh yenika lechatzinot, pardon me, lachitzonim ve'umot olam ki bebaria yetzira asiya. Yesh ta'arovet ra. What Ben Ishchai is teaching us on this very pasuk, it is, he says, in this 3 world, the world of Asiya, the world of Yetzirah, and the world of Beria, all this what is called the Chitzonim is like you said, the klipa. It's a klipa, meaning the outside the world, including the umot olam. They feed themselves. They have got an access to these 3 worlds. It's where they get their sustenance. It's where they can have their nutrient. Not, what is this called again in English? Yeah, sustenance. Let me use the sustenance because it says yanika. It's where they breathe fed. It's where they get their sustenance. Be careful. Now we are going, not that you should be careful. Now pay attention, my dear friend. This is the key. We are now going to the key, where the Bandu Israelite has been caused to follow from. And there is a disaster to the world. Ben Ishchai continues. Key. Pardon me. And he went on to say, in this three world, there are mixture. In this three world, there are mixture of evil. In this world, in this three world, bechinati halafim ulvavot ein yanika lachitzonim klala veikar ולהם נאמר תהילים. Now, Ben Ish Chai is telling us that the world that is hindered into a 10,000s, 10 of thousands, there, the Umot Olam and the Klipot have got no access to. They don't feed there. Or they don't feed from there. And the Ben Ish Chai is introducing us to a pasuk that he drew from Tehillim. Tehillim meaning Psalms 5 in the pasuk 5. Lo igarucha ra'a. Check it up, my dear good friend. Velachen lavanis vesgaato shehem mistara achara. Ben Ish Chai is telling us that Lavan and his entourage, they are from the opposite, what is called Sitara Achara. Okay, based on Hashem, we will get into this concept as we go along. I just wanted to get us to the point where we the Bandu Israelite, will discover where we have been taken from by other nations. And the repercussion and the effect, if we keep on, what is the right word in English? If we keep on, what is the right word? Oh, I forgot the word. Yeah, if we are keeping in our comfort zone that everything is okay with you, my dear friend, things are not good for you. They are not good for any Jew, Bnei Israel, Bandu Israelite in particular. Ben Ish Chai continues, Verak Rivka, Shehi Badraga Dikdusha, Yeshila Yenika, Veachiza, Baalafim Ulvavot, Velaze Amrullah. It tells us, Ben Ish Chai is hinting it, I'm not hinting, he's teaching us that Rivka, her spiritual state, she is the only one who could reach that level, the level of 1,000 and beyond. It's only Rivka. This is what the brothers and the sister in the house of Bethuel hindered to. Our sister, grow. May you grow into the 10,000s, into the 10,000, and your generation too. I will jump because of our time. Ben Ish Chai went on to say, רוצה לומר את לבדך, היי אלפי רבבה, מה שאין כן הם, אין להם מגע שם. בעזרת השם, I will explain. ובזה פרשתי בסייעתא דשמיא, רמז הכתוב תהילים. Again, Ben Ishai is in order to consolidate what he has said or what he taught us about 1,000 in the Rivika, who is the only one who has got any access to that level. Does not mean he's the only one. No, it means that is what the brothers and sisters have hindered to. Ben Ishai now is consolidating, is consolidating what he said by producing another proof. And he produced another Tehillim 144 in the Pasuk 13. And I wanted to jump, my dear friend. Why am I bringing all of this a very long explanation of the teaching of Ben Ishai? Is because the chief rabbinate of Africa, Nusach Afrik, we are following in the same tradition, teaching the Torah of truth, the Torah of Aleph. By now we are familiar with that. Let me jump. ולכן, במניחת שבת קודש, נמשך לנו שפע, והערה, מכנגד ערבבות, שהם כתר, כי כתר הוא בחינת רבבות, ומניחת שבת יגלה אור עליון ועתיקה קדישה. What Bnei Ishai is teaching us, my dear good friend, is that, and this is where I wanted to, or I was heading us to. What does it mean living a Jewish life? Okay, you are in the corner somewhere there. You are in the corner somewhere there, and you are saying, no, I'm a Jew. Okay, you are a Jew, yes. What are the duties of a Jew? The duties, responsibilities. What is your mission in the world? Many of us, what we see as our mission is unfortunately not truly our mission. Just like something I nearly mentioned, now I remember. The religions that they have given us, and that they are saying, you know, we are all the children of Abraham. Oh yeah, you are the children of Abraham. Yes. Okay. But you are here wandering, running after the mammon. Money. You are just after making money all the time. That means in 90% or 95% of your time is looking for money. But the very same silver and gold that you run after to find, the very same one you said is your father, Abraham, he was running away from it. He was running away from it. That means, well, somebody is not telling the real case here. If your father is running from something, and you are coming to run after that something your father is running away from, what does it make you? What does it make me? So here, to say I am a Jew, from the very time you wake up, when you recite Modéani, that Modéani is traced somewhere. and we will see it in a moment. We can see putting on your talit, putting on your tefillin, putting on your talit katan and your talit, all these are hinting to something very high. Putting on tefillin, fixing the mezuzah at your place, these are hinting to something, and these are the Jewish life. Do you do them, my dear good friend? No. They have taken us from that root of ours. Now here, we are told that the mincha of Shabbat is corresponding to something. Where does it corresponding to? No, the first Rabbi Ben Ishchai is telling us the importance of Mincha Shabbat, because it's connecting us to the world of Ketel, the number fifth, the number fifth that we have just learned, the pinnacle of the letter Yud. We remember, if when Ben Ishchai is talking about Shefa, what do we know about Shefa? Remember, we started talking about a man called Cecil Rhodes. He said, you are sitting in a judgment on Africa in the present. Now, my dear friend, now here the Torah sage is talking about the importance of Mincha of Shabbat. He does not rebuke, he does not cancel, he does not invalidate the Mincha during the course of the week. He will explain in Halachot about the Mincha, the significance of Mincha in the course of the week. Contrast it to that of Shabbat. It says, the text, according to the teaching of Rabbi Ben Ishchai, that the Mincha of Shabbat, it connects us to the world of Ketel. And it's where we are drawing. It's where we are drawing the Shefa. What do we know about the Shefa? My dear good friend, when we talk about the Shefa, we are not only limiting it to a specific, what is Shefa? Okay, let me explain Shefa. Shefa is translated as abundance. What is this abundance? Money that you are after? Or silver and gold? No, I'm a businessman. I've got this shares, I've got that stock, and I've got that and that. Is that what you call wealth? No, it's unfortunate not according to the standard of Torah. Shefa, it means the peace. The peace. If we can localize, Shalom Babait is also included in there. The peace of your family, the peace of your tribe, the peace of your country, in the so-called countries. I call it the so-called countries, because they created animal farm for us. Yeah, for the purpose of making their laborers to whatever time. Shefa. Because if, just as I keep on saying in different groups, when you change the position, of the word, of the letters of the word Shefa, then you will find the word Pesha. What is Pesha? A crime. And every day we pray that we should be delivered from that, from the crime, and from criminals implications. And it says, there we will draw also the light, the higher light. We will reveal, all the higher light is being revealed. That should be the life of the band of Israelites. They have taken that light through different means. We are drawing it to the conclusion of my presentation of our limud for today. And that level is also referred to as Atika Kadisha. Shehu Sod Ketel Hanikra Ratzon. Whenever we talk, Ben Ish Chai is telling us that Atika Kadisha is a sword, is a secret of the world of Keter. That is also referred to as Ratzon. What is Ratzon? The will. The religions that they have given it to us, they talk about the will of God. What is the will of God, my dear friend? The Bandu Israelite, you have lost this. You have lost that battle, just what my master used to say. We must admit, we have lost the battle. Ki shemhu ratzon gamur. Yeah. This is the really the will. This is the really name. The Ratzon. Velachen. Maybe I should jump. Maybe I should jump. Ben Ish Chai is leading us to something else. Not something else. The same thing. He says, Ve'en chelek hachiza be'ahara zo dechitel shehu keneged misipar haravavot ela rak leIsrael davka. My dear friend, what Ben Ish Chai is telling us here is that the nations of the world, including the Klippa, do not have an access to that world. To that pinnacle, it's only one nation. It's only you, Bandu Israelite, were meant to have an access there. It's only you. As a member of the large body called Bnei Israel, it's only you. Meaning, what it means is, my dear good friend, the welfare of the world are truly on your shoulders. It's only on your shoulder, or your shoulders, when you carry that thing called I am Bnei Israel, I am a Bandu nation, and I have to live what the Torah dictates. The opposite is also true. You know, my dear friend, we will study also in this program, many areas of program, English speakers, about the Beged Kaparat, as taught in the book of Sefer Yetzirah, that if you do not do what is expected, then you are attracting the opposite forces. Because Beged Kaparati has got the opposite. It tells us about 7 letters with their doubles. This is where the Bandu Israelites have fallen. From their pinnacle, as people who were entrusted to reach that very high pinnacle, and after they have been relegated, first it was by force, and we have gone into a second stage of being very comfortable, and we went to another level, the third level, where we embrace what is our own destructiveness. We embraced it. We made even our way of life. We made it. I wanted to conclude with one of our master, Arya Kadosh, in his book, Sharah al-Girgulim. I just wanted to take one passage, just one, or perhaps 2 passages. In this passage, without finishing the thought process, because this is an introduction, we will go back. Hashem, we will go back to Ben Ishchai, and we will go according to this 4 world that he mentioned, because you find you and I, each one of us will find himself, and you will see in which world you are. We will get back there. What I'm trying to say to us, my dear good friend, we will go step by step into the details, what each of these letters entails, to enable us understand where we are and where we are coming from. What should have been our spiritual state? What is our state now? Let's go to the Arya Kadosh Sharah Girgulim. I selected just a very short passage. It starts as follows. Omnam, da, and indeed, no. Ki Adam, that Adam himself, who Aruchaniot, Ashel Betocha Guf. My dear friend, when you look at even the so-called institution of learning, the first thing that they will bomb you is that it's from the opposite of what the Torah sages are saying here. They approach life from the body, not the opposite. Life were designed to look at life from the body perspective before we get to spirituality. The Torah sages here in Sharah Hagirigulim is saying we must know, you must know, I must know that Adam is spiritual in a body. And it went on to say, Vehagufu levush Adam, the body is just a blanket. It's just a piece of cloth for Adam. So in other words, when you talk about Adam, remember, you are not referring to his body. When you are referring to yourself, remember, don't refer to yourself as a body. These are your clothes. The body is your clothes. What did they do to us? Do this, run for that, so that you will have food tomorrow, so that you have something to eat tomorrow. The Torah sages are saying, no, you have to approach it from the opposite. This is where the culture of laziness taught by my master is rooted from. We became lazy when it comes to spiritual, which is truly our own identity. Something came to me, my dear good friend. Who can challenge the chief rabbi Elnatan, Elchanan? I believe you must have a dreams of speaking to your ancestors. And many of us are in the habit of wanting to speak to our ancestors. When they have appeared to you, when did they tell you to run amok and find a job? I'm putting this as a challenge to us. Come up with an answer in the next time we will have a remote on this program, on this channel. Always, your ancestors are saying, do. The message is to send you to do something. Did they say you must work for somebody? Maybe not. And if they did say that, what purpose? Where am I driving this, my good friend? The life of Bnei Israel is to busy himself and herself or sake in studying the Torah, to delve into the Torah, because it's only you is responsible to bring the shofar, not the shofar, the shofar to this world of existence. Everything that you see is not shofar. I can guarantee you, Be'ezrat Hashem, we will go deeper into details, letter by letter, of Begad Kaparat, letter by letter. Having said that, my dear good friend, jumping to another last passage of our limud for today. Da, Ariakadoshi continues, Da no, ki kol haneshamoti hem me'olam hasiya bilivad. He's telling us that all nefash, nefashot, all the levels that we have, not that we have, all of the nefashot, meaning the last level of that soul called nefesh, all of them, they are from the world of Asiya. They are from the world of Asiya. They are not connected to any other world. Be'ezrat Hashem, we will continue. We will continue when we deal with the last hay. The last hay of the light called the Havaya, that Ben Shchai said and taught. This refers to Malchut, to the Malchut, translated as a kingdom. When we deal with that letter as a phase, then we will go deeper into it to understand what is entailed in that letter. Just one letter. Ariakadoshi continues. Vekol haruchot hem haolam hatzira yetzira. All this, not all day, but all, I don't know how to, haruchot. Haruchot is the spirit, yeah? But not a spirit as in a sense of religious interpretation. It's a level of a soul also called ruach. And it says all aruchot, they are coming from the world of Yetzirah. All of them. Ariakadoso continues. Vechol haneshamot hem haolam habriya. All haneshamot, neshama and neshamot, all of the souls at the level of called neshamot are all from the world of Bariah, meaning the world of creation. Ariakadosh continues. Omnam Rov Bnei Adam En Lahem Kol HaChamisha Chelkim. He tells us something very striking. He said the majority of men do not have any portion, no. A chelek, yeah, chelek probably is a portion. A chelek is, like you said, a part. They do not have a part, or they do not have any connection. They do not. They are not root. Pardon me.
They cannot partake.
Yeah, not really partake. Chelek is. It's when. Okay, let me give a classic, not a classic example, a practical example. It's when, for example, I've got a tree. Say it's a tree. Or I've got a certain office in a society. Only certain section of a society have got an access to that specific office, but the general majority of men have got no access there. So this is what Rabbeinu, our master, Ariakados, it is teaching us, that the majority of men do not have any part to that level. What level? The pinnacle of the letter Yud. That pinnacle is called Kot. Hanikarim Neran. Neran is an abbreviation of Nefesh, Ruach, and Neshama or Neshamot. Vechule. And he did not finish the other left two, meaning Chaim and the Yechidah. He did not finish that. But we know by quote, he's referring to that. Rak Chelek HaNefesh Bilivad Asher Hi Min HaAsiya. Only only the nefesh is only confined to the world of Asia. That is the implication. The nefesh is only confined and limited to the world of Asia. What does that mean? The last point. Aval גם בזה יש מדרגות רבות, רבות, והוא כי הנה עשייה עצמה נחלקת לחמישה פרצופים, הניכרה. Okay, this is in the next limud. The point is, my dear friend, going back to recap, going back to Ben Ishchai and the Ari Kadosh. Why you the Bandu Israelites? Because you are included in the very word that Ben Ishchai is used and said, only Rak Israel, only Israel have got an access in the courts. Only Israel. Are we comfortable with the state of our being? Are we satisfied with the state of our being? To be somebody's
shouldn't be.
To be yeah, can that's a deck. No,
we shouldn't be, Rabbeinu, because with this indoctrination that came with roads, also came the destruction and dispossession of our fields, our natural fields where our great-grandparents used to grow food, where families would harvest and all of that. So they took that away from us and gave us a monetary system. So even in the monetary system, I don't think we should be comfortable not owning a portion of it for ourselves.
Thank you very much, Rabbeinu. You have said it, and you have just concluded my limud. And the way what they made us to run for and after is what they have created for us. Going back to Sisi Road in his motivation speech, he said, these are babies. We have transformed them from being babies from the society of barbaric. My dear good friend, don't we hear the same word recently from our political leaders, particularly in the land of Israel and elsewhere? Do they not call us barbaric? Monkeys. It's what they are doing to us. And you, Bandu Israelites, you are after them and you are lasting for their things. When the chief rabbinate of Africa, a black rabbi come to you and they said, my dear good friend, do you know what the records are saying? You said, no, you don't fit the description of a rabbi. Leave us alone. Are we not saying the same thing, my dear friend? We do. That means, my dear friend, we are our own destruction because we are refusing to be reconnected. We are refusing to be reconnected to our root. We are busy bodies with this and that. But when it comes to really spirituality, no, we don't have time. No, please, Rabbi Elnatan. No, we know those things. No, please, wait a second. But where did you get your smicha? Now, my dear good friend, my master is there at the background. If you are in a question of my smicha, of my being a rabbi, my master is there. So that being said, it's just in passing. Before I conclude our limud, my dear friend, do we have got any question? So I do not see any question here. Okay, this is my concluding remark or remarks. My dear friend, Jewish life is a responsibility. It's a guarantee for the survival of this level of existence. You running away, you delaying to connect yourself to your own root, the opposite will be realized. And the opposite is a destructiveness. Don't blame them. In this time, blame yourself. The Chief Rabbinate of Africa is here to open doors. The doors for you to discover your true self. Don't fall into the traps of the opposite and the quality good. It has never been good. If Abraham Avinu has been running away and he ran away, my dear good friend, what makes you stay? What makes you to hold on to something that is not truly worthy, to something that does not benefit you at all? It will always, from generation until you come back again to this life, if you come back as a human being, maybe it's not a guarantee that you will come back in a form like in your present form. Maybe you will come back to something else. Is it because you have neglected the now? The Chief Rabbinate of Africa is still calling, opening the doors for you, for each one of us to reconnect to our own identity. They are not prepared. They are not prepared to give that one up. There is a saying, it's better for them to kill their descendants, meaning their children, than allowing their children to be taught, even to be under a person of my color of skin. What a tragedy. It's not about racism. It's not about hate. It's about reclaiming our identity back. It's about us reconnecting to that pinnacle, to our own Jewishness as Bantu Israelites. Until we are united in that very cause, no peace to the world, no shefa to the world. Even perhaps, not perhaps, because shefa also means children. What kind of human beings do you bring to the world? Sometimes I fear. Not sometimes. I fear all the time when I ponder on my little corner, from my little corner. Who did I bring to the world before my conversion? Who did I bring to the world? Oh, well, I started cheating them, teaching them. My dear good friend, we will next, or maybe I should make this an announcement that Ezra Hashem in the group, because there are a number of us we did not respond. I saw one response or one reaction suggesting that Sunday, Yom Rishon, is appropriate for this, but the majority are saying on Tuesday. I just wanted to put up, not to put up, but to put a request to indicate to us on the platform Eliezer program which date of the week suits you? Okay, we have now Tuesday and Tuesday. Do we have got another day of the week? Because this, we have to do it on a weekly basis. One day may not be sufficient, but also I have to organize it to coordinate with other rabbis. It's not only me. Other rabbis have also to deliver their limudim, despite that it may not be in English. But for English speaking, please indicate which other day do you prefer us to have this type of limud, because it's about us, no one else. If you know, the Mishnah tells us, if you are not for yourself, who will be? So don't you wait for anybody. It doesn't matter. This has got nothing to do with the conversion only. No. Because when we talk about Lishma, the Torah sages are saying, they give an opinion and say, no, even somebody is not studying Torah for Lishma, with the time he will do it with Lishma. So even by you participating, listening to this kind of programs, certainly it will make impression on you to the point of wanting you to officially connect. And that is the idea. That is the position of the Chief Rabbinate of Africa, Eliezer program in particular. Once again, Rabbeinu Chimidia, Rabbeinu Kalomo, Tzedeket Natalia, Evangeline. My sincere apology if I do not pronounce that the manner it should be pronounced. Rabbeinu Zuko. You are in Pretoria, right?
I'm in Midrand. Midrand.
Oh, in Midrand. Okay. Once again, and those and our followers, the different platforms. Once again, thank you very much for giving us your audience, or giving us your time to learn Torah. It is commended. Just as my master has taught a couple of weeks ago, what is laziness? Covered, you are heavy. When it comes to materialism, but when it comes to spirituality, Abraham was first to do that, to pursue his spiritual quest. This is what you have done. The investment that you have put in this listening to this limud is not only for yourself, but for your descendant as well. I only wish that may Hashem guide us and give us his strength to study and to be hurry in his spiritual quest. My dear good friend, until next time, Ezrat Hashem, thank you very much for your attendance.
Shalom,
Amen
shalom,
and
Rabbeinu.
Todah.
Shalom. Todah Rabbah, Todah Rabbah.
Todah rabba, tzadikim tzadakot. Leitraot, be'ezrat Hashem.
Eitraot.
Shalom,
I
shalom,
want
Rabbeinu.
also Todah rabba, Rabbeinu. Thank you very much to my master on the background for affording us the platform. May Hashem still give you strength. We have got much to do. Yeah, this is just an introduction, my good friends. Thank you very much. Erev Tov.
Shalom, shalom, Rabbeinu. Are you there, Rabbeinu?
Yes, I am here.
Okay, I want to make it's a just suggestion.
Oh, yes, okay.
Concerning
Rabbi Medichia, Hemidia,
concerning
yeah, Hemidia.
the days we'll be having our limousine, I will suggest we make exceptions for the days, the different days, the thinkers will be having heat. Then, if we make exceptions for those days, then any other day for me is suitable. Shalom.
Okay. Shalom, Rabbeinu. Thank you very much for your suggestion. And it's just that you were fainting. Is it possible that you can send to me, even on a private, you can send to me a voice note? Because you were fainting. I could not hear very well.
Okay, okay. I'll send you a voice note, Rabbeinu. I will.
Thank you very, very, very much, Rabbeinu. Leila Tov lekulam. And again, yeah. Shabbat Shalom. We say Shabbat Shalom from Wednesday on. Shabbat Shalom. Despite that, we are going to meet. Shabbat Shalom lekulam. Bye-bye. Yes, Natalia, do you have got a question? I saw you raised up a hand.
No,
Your mic is
Rabbi.
off. Pardon me?
I
did not see.
I just wave back.
Oh, okay, very good. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for being present. תודה, תודה, תודה רבה. להתראות. ביי.